Welcome back. This is Newsfile. It's your most authoritative news analysis platform. And here on Newsfile, we put Ghana first. And here is Samson's take. Treat citizens right before they show they have real power. I spent much of my week helping the RTI Commission with its week-long activities to mark the UN's International Day for Universal Access to Information. The Commission, which by its first ruling sent a signal it was going to uphold people's right to information, now has its first office in Accra. It was encouraging to hear the Sector Minister Kojo Nkrumah announce that over 500 officers have been recruited and they have been waiting to process your request for information. Even more refreshing were issues stressed by the chairman, Justice K.A. Oforiatta, retired, and Executive Secretary Yao Sapong Boateng, that information in the public interest should be supplied free of charge as commanded by the law. Information requested by the class of people stipulated in Section 75, including the poor and persons with disability, is also free of charge. And where fees must be paid, it must not exceed the exact cost of reproduction, such as cost of photocopy. The Fourth Estate, which has been producing high-quality stories in its short life, has made over 30 RTI requests so far. The RTI Act is the mother of all anti-corruption laws, as the President admits. Let's make good use of it in hope of securing for ourselves the country we desire for ourselves and our children. Visit www.rtic.gov.gh for more instructions. Now, a CDD survey released this week confirms what majority of Ghanaians have desired and preferred for a long time now: election of MMDCEs on non-partisan basis. Check this. 7 in 10 people, that is 76% of citizens, want DCEs elected. And 71% insist the election must be non-partisan. We have always known this. Citizens told the Constitution Review Commission earlier, this is their preference. President Akufo-Addo's preference for partisan elections was very unpopular, and so he was forced to suspend the referendum in December 2019. If this is a true democracy, the 20% who want partisan elections will and must stop insulting the intelligence of the majority who repeatedly and consistently insist on non-partisan election of MMDCEs as done in countries like Uganda, India, and Canada. The president wanted a costly process to have the entrenched Article 55(3) amended in a referendum to remove the prohibition of political party involvement. The fact is, all that was really and truly necessary was for a cheap process of having the non-entrenched Article 2431 of the Constitution amended by MPs. You don't need a referendum to take the power of appointment away from the president. Mr. President, if you are sincere about this, put the issue back for people to elect their DCEs on non-partisan basis. NEDCO, VRA, police. If you suspect someone has connected electricity illegally, follow the sections 93 and 94 procedures in the Criminal Procedure Act and go gather the evidence to collect your money and prosecute them. You do not have power to go ransacking homes in the absence of residents and whipping them in the name of punishment. The supreme law of Ghana, the Constitution, commands in Articles 14 and 19 that suspects, including someone you caught red-handed, committing an offense, must be presumed innocent unless he pleads guilty or is found guilty by the court. The accused, the Constitution requires, ought to be given adequate time and facilities to conduct his defense, either by himself or through a lawyer. It instructs in mandatory terms in Article 15 that a person arrested, restricted, or detained shall not be subjected to torture, cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, or a condition that detracts or is likely to detract from his dignity and worth as a human being. It's the military and local authority guards that are often in breach of these basic laws. The police should not be seen doing this. What will make a police officer whip a suspect in handcuffs? That the suspect is handcuffed means he has either submitted to arrest or has been subdued, and there is therefore no justification whatsoever for use of force. It is wrong to resort to lawlessness to fight lawlessness in an established democracy. But do you see why the people in Tamale have a measure of support for their violent reaction against your lawless conduct? Always remember that people power has always toppled the power of the gun. Don't mistreat the poor. If you went into a residential area in Accra where the rich and affluent live, will you ransack their homes and whip them whilst in handcuffs because they have not paid electricity or they are illegally connected to electricity? We will support your every lawful action. That's your legal light, and that's my take.